Hey everybody, welcome back to Shop My Stash. Today, let's go ahead and pick out this week's makeup together. And that way I am ready to go for the week. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Not even gonna take long on an intro. So as in keeping consistent with last week, there are a few things already on my desk that we're not going to pick out together because they're pretty new and I have just really been enjoying using them and want to put them to more use this week. I will let you know what those are once we get back over to the desk. But that being said, let's just come right over to here. There's really not a whole lot I want from up here, again, because I already have something as far as highlighting goes on the desk. But let's go ahead and move into the top drawer for highlight and let's pick out a couple of things here. So I think what I really want to use this week is one of the Fenty Killawatt duos, and the one I am looking for actually, so it's this one, Sandcastle and Minted Mojito. I'll give you swatches here at the end. I feel like that's a little bit easier for me than trying to open this bad boy on my own. Let me see. I don't remember if this one is like button closure or not. Let's see. Oh, okay, no, it's over here. Duh. Yeah, let's do it at the end, and that way we don't risk breaking anything. But let's do that, and then I'm gonna use Mimosa Sunrise Sangria Sunset for eyeshadow this week. So let's do that, and I think that leaves us good on highlight again because I've got something else over at the desk. Moving into blush, I think this may be another week in which we use a blush palette. I already have something over there as well, so I think we're good on blushes. I may grab this one only because summer, I just need to get good use out of this one. This one's the Getaway Bronze from the To the Beach collection from a few years ago, and I use it from time to time, but it's starting to develop the little bumps on it, and so I need to put it to use before it goes bad. It looks almost like a bronzer, but it's really a blush, and so when I go a little bit more heavy on the eyes as far as eyeshadows, like intense to where you need something a little bit more neutral on the cheeks, that is what I typically like to use. Nothing needed in here because again, the bronzer, we already have a palette over there, but you know what, I do want to pick up a cream highlight for this week for under our powder highlight, and we're going to use this one. This is the Marc Jacobs Spotlight Glow Stick. I tend to not get a whole lot of new stuff when it comes to this. I know you're seeing the same stuff over and over, and that is just because I don't buy a whole lot of that stuff. But this is what this one looks like. It's really pretty. It provides a really great base for highlight, and it just helps that powder highlight pop. So we're going to grab that one. And then the other thing I want to grab that I haven't used in a while from here is the Starlit, what is this called? The Starlit powder. Mine is in the shade 13. This thing is so good. I wore this at our Disney World trip last December, and it's funny because when I wore it, I could tell what days I wore it because the pictures of my cheeks look extra glowy. So I think we are good with this drawer. Let's move it on to, I don't want any singles this week. I don't think I do. Wait a minute, I do. I think I'm going to use this one because it's going to dry up before I even put it to use. So this is the Fenty Island Bling Mamacita and Teeny Keeny, and we're going to put this one to use this week. I may have put it, I can't remember if I put it to use last week as well. If I did, it was like one day. But that being said, let's move ourselves right down to eyeshadow palettes. So I have a couple already over on my desk, but there is going to have to be one other thing. And I don't know what that is. I have not used the Pat McGraths in a while, so this might be the best bet, especially because this one's good for summer. But I haven't used these really since I purchased them, and honestly, I need to use them. So let's, with the luck I've been having with Sephora, I'm actually quite surprised these didn't come in broken when they did arrive. I think I ordered these back during the spring sale, but these are perfect summer shades and they're very, very pigmented. You know Pat McGrath. So I think we're going to put this one to use this week, and that way we get use out of it and it's not just sitting there going stale. So let's use this bad boy. Again, I already have something over on the desk. I am going to need a palette that has some mattes. This one doesn't have a whole lot. Obviously it has like 6 shades in there. I don't need to close that up. But that being said, we will get our mattes over from the desk. So let me put all this stuff over at the desk and then we'll pick the rest of the stuff out. Okay, my friends, so real quick before I take you into what's on the desk, these are the swatches of the Fenty Beauty Kilowatts. The ones to the left are the Minted Mojito and Sandcastle duo, and then the Sangria what is it called? Mimosa, Sunrise, Sangria, Sunset are the ones on the left. So that's what that looks like. I'll use the ones on the right for eyeshadow and the ones on the left for highlight. But here's what we've got so far. So you already know what we picked out together. I am going to use the Pat McGrath highlighting palette this week. This one was such a bummer. It's beautiful, but it came in completely broken. So I'm trying to get use out of this broken one. I am reluctant to place an order for another one because I have done that in the past, and the replacement ends up coming in broken as well. But this middle one is beyond gorgeous. It's so beautiful. It applies very intensely the way I love highlighters to apply. And then this one is actually perfect for my forehead to give a glow, but like a bronzy glow. And so I've been using that even though it's completely broken. I can't hardly move it around because it continues to shatter. So that's what we've got going on for highlight there. Now I'm also going to be using my Laura Lee, the new the Party Animal and Boss Babe eyeshadow palettes. I love these things. I have been getting such good use out of them, and they are so good that every time I use them and I'm out and about, I end up getting compliments on my eyeshadow, which is strange because it's like, okay, well, does that mean my eyeshadow doesn't look good the rest of the times? But it's weird how it happens, how you get extra compliments when you wear something. And so this is the Party Animal palette is the more neons, and then the Boss Babe have to do with neutrals. So in theme of like your Monday through Friday 8 to 5. So this is actually the one I'm wearing today, and it is beautiful. And then these over here are just really, really intense, very pigmented, very, very bold. But I do find that I need, with a lot of these, I need the NYX Milk pencil just to help them stand out. So that's what we're going to be doing for eyeshadow palettes this week. The other thing you probably see up here is the Smashbox Ablaze palette. This one's from Ulta, and oh my goodness, this thing has been so incredible to warm up my face for summer. I'm not really a big, huge Smashbox powders type of girl, but this thing is so incredible. This has become one of my favorite highlights. Look at that. I don't ever remember Smashbox putting out bold highlights like this, but I have been loving it. And then the reason I didn't pick out a whole lot of blushes is because I've got these awesome summery blushes here that just work really, really well. One is more of a neon bold, the other is more of just a more muted sparkly peach, and they just go perfectly. Now the next thing in here is contour and bronzer. So that's why I didn't pull the bronzers, because I'm going to be using this, and this thing is also so amazing. It warms up my skin incredibly. It makes it look like I just went to the pool, to the beach. And then the contour is okay. It's probably not my favorite, but then again, I'm not huge on contouring. But yeah, the other highlight is okay. It's one of those pinky type of shades that I'm just not, like, I feel like all brands are coming out with those, and I'm just not digging that one as much. But everything else is so good. So I'm going to keep using that. I've literally been using it every single day since I started using it, since it came in, and I am just loving it. Okay, so that's what we've got going on there. Let's go ahead and pick our concealer for the week, and I think I'm really trying to finish out the Born This Way concealer, but honestly, I got this one as a freebie from Sephora. It's the Tarte, what is this called? The Creaseless Concealer. It's their kind of repackaging of the old version, so I'm going to use this one this week. And then let's see, what else do we have? We need to pick out all of the basics, so we're just gonna grab that out of here. We've got our normal like eyeshadow primer. mascara. This is just stuff that you see me using all the time. Nothing super exciting. I will take out this black Tarte double-ended liner. I'm trying to use that one up. And then I've been using this like crazy. This is the NARS Rue Bonaparte, kind of like a creamy color liner for my waterline because it just helps me look more awake, more alert. And then obviously my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk because of those neon shades. So that's what we've got there. Moving on to our normal stuff. So here we've got brows. I obviously need that. And from here, that's usually all I pick out. So I am good there. And then next, let's move on to foundation. So we'll come over here to our normal drawer and pick out our foundation for the week. Quite frankly, I'm trying to use up the Luminous Silk by Armani, so I think that's the one we're going to use for the week. And I think that is that. I don't think there's much else. I'm not really one to pick out my setting sprays. Because during the week I mix them up so much that I'm not really like faithful to one setting spray during the week. So, I mean, you know which ones I have, and I don't have much. I'm not a huge setting spray type of girl. So, that is that. Now, the other thing that, let's use this for primer because look, it's almost out and I need to finish it up so that I can move it on, so that I can throw out this bottle. So let's just use the Too Faced Hangover primer for this week, and that way we can classify that one as an empty here pretty soon. Okay, lastly, let's go ahead and go into the lipsticks. Now, what I think I'm going to do for lipsticks is I think I am going to use this MAC set for this week just because it has so many options, and I used one for church today and I was like, I forgot how much I like these. So I think we're going to use this for the week, and that way we don't really have to worry about picking out a whole lot because it's basically all in here. You've got everything from like the pinks to the nudes to the deeper pinks, and then you've got like the browns. So I think we're going to use that for this week. We've been using a lot of summery type things, and now it's time to pick something a little bit different. So let's use that, and I think that means we are good to go. Let's do the whole rundown together like we usually do. So I've got my primer and I've got my foundation. I have got, let's see, cream highlight, regular highlight. Basically, I have everything in a palette over here with the highlight, the bronzer, the contour, and the blush. Sorry about that. I've got brows. I've got eyes. I thought of something else, but we'll get that in here in a second. I have blush, an extra highlighter, concealer, highlighter. And over here we've got liners, mascara, primer. I think we are good. The only thing I did want to pick out, if you remember, is a more of like an all matte type of palette, just so that I can kind of have, so I can supplement for those palettes. So this is where we're going to come for that. And we're going to pick one out together. And you know, what I haven't used in a while is the Tartelette number 3. So that might end up being a good one because of the fiery type of shades. So that might be a good supplemental palette. And I think this is the one we'll use. Let's see. I can't remember how sad it is. I can't remember how many mattes it has, but it looks like it has enough. Yep, I think this is good. This has enough mattes to supplement those other palettes and create nice warm, summery looks. So I think this is the one. It's the Tartelette Toasted. Okay, cool. So that's that. I think we are good. We can close that bad boy back up. Here, we'll put this over here so that we can kind of do our little run through together. Okay, I think we're good. I think that is everything. We've got lips back there. We just got our palette with mattes. And I think this finishes us off for our Shop My Stash for this week. We are all set. Guys, thank you so much for helping me pick out my makeup this week. I love this because it keeps me organized, and I'm not running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to figure out, okay, what do I want to use today? In a pinch, when you're in a pinch and time's running short, it's kind of nice to know already what you are going to use. So this wraps up this week's Shop My Stash. Thank you all so much for watching. I look forward to talking to you again in the next video. Take care, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.